All right, y'all, let's do it. What's happening, everybody? It is me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and we are here for my Crisis on Infinite Earths after show. Thank you, everybody who decided to chime in. I decided to do this maybe a week ago and see what happens. Excuse me. There is an after show going on by the CW, which I wasn't a part of, so quite honestly, I was a little bit furious, a little perturbed, so I decided to do it myself. If you know me, you already know every week on the Mad Titan podcast, I get you caught up on everything that is happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. I always say it is barbershop talk for nerds, and I cover the Arrowverse each and every week. I've been doing it since I was on the Trusty Sidekick podcast for 3.5 years, and so going into year 2 with the Mad Titan, I do it as well. You've seen me on Collider Heroes talking and seeing it on Nerdist, Hyper RPG, on the Popcorn Talk Network, on DC Movie News, everything and more. So it is 5 episodes. We got the first episode tonight, the Supergirl episode, and it kicks off. We watch Argo get destroyed. Oh, by the way, I would be remiss if I didn't tell y'all there will be spoilers. So if you do not want to be spoiled of episode 1, come on back later, all right? I do have my chat window open, so I will be going through the chat to check out with y'all as well. You already know how to do that. We watch Argo get destroyed, and we watch what is similar to what we know as the origin of Superman, where we watch Clark and Lois put Jonathan Kent in a shuttle and send him off. You know, you can't send him directly to Earth because this whole thing is happening. And you see him get sent off, and it was like, okay, it was an ode to that. And to see Argo eventually get destroyed, where the Monitor saves both Clark and Lois, well, Harbinger, saves Clark and Lois and brings them on. Then what else did we get? You find out Ray changed history when he didn't take Janis Joplin's hair. You saw that, and I like the fact they're showing everything how it comes to be. How Lila is the Harbinger. She's the one bringing everyone together for this. She goes and gets Oliver and Mia. She gets Ray and Sarah. She even gets Barry, and Barry's like, well, it's time. Everybody knows what it is. And so when they're on Earth, they go to the DEO's Earth first, where, John suggested Alex reach out to Lena to help build a portal big enough to get everybody the hell up out of here because, shit's getting bad on the world, right? And Lena's like, she know Lena not trying to hear her. And I like how when they've done previous crossovers, sometimes they do this whole, the show will keep its theme. And that's what this episode did. It's the Crisis crossover, but this is Supergirl's episode. So thematically, everything revolves around the stories within Supergirl. Of course, like I said, the Lena and Alex and even Kara situation, John dealing with everything, Brainiac, and all these elements, Kelly, Dreamer, everybody they brought in here. And so you get, I'm not going to go bit by bit, but you get a point where, they're trying to figure out how to get everybody off the planet. And granted, that sounds like a good idea in theory for them. They realize, like, even if you leave the planet, this wave is taking out space in itself. So to have Brainy give Jean his keys, because you kind of notice now that every alien, their spaceship is a car duplicate on Earth. And so I was like, Brainy's car gonna be a Prius. Like, he look like he drive a Prius or a Santa Fe. I knew those was going to be one of the cars, and I was like, how much did WB shell out for cars? I got a little red square fluctuation stream. Are you okay? Are we okay? Shouts out to IMAX. I know what my camera's doing, and I kind of had it on purpose like that, where this color fluctuates. But let me fix that for a hot second. I'll fix that in a moment. But you see all this happening on Supergirl. And the one thing I liked with the scene that had Clark and Kara talking, how Clark is depressed that he had to send his son off, and now his son's got knocked out of space, and he's in Earth 36, and his pod's one way, he's another. And Clark is just like, we've lost our family, we've lost our planet, and it's what is happening, like, I feel as a failure. Like, I wanted to retire my cape, I wanted to have a regular, normal life. And it's always weird, I'm not the only person that thinks this. When you watch these superhero shows, and at a point where a hero thinks, I can just, let go of this superhero being and be a normal person and have a normal life. And that's never the case. And I'm glad the way they did the discussion with Kara, like, look, we lost everything, but Krypton is not just a place, it's a spirit. somebody been watching Thor Ragnarok. Straight up, because I was like, didn't give that to Thor. I see what you did. But to have that be the thing, you see, Oliver officially gave Mia her suit. Now I was kind of weird about it. And here's why: there's no mask, and I get, yes, she's gonna be her own Green Arrow, but I thought the symbolism of the Green Arrow is always the hood and the mask, like play both. But who knows? Maybe she'll take her dad's. Let's just get right into it. Into one of the parts I see a lot of people talking about it. Oliver Queen died in this episode. Yes, they killed off Oliver in the first episode. Now, I see Renegade Z who says, I don't think he's dead for sure. All right. If you listen to me on the Mad Titan podcast, you know I've been dropping gems about this show left and right. 99.9% of the things I've told y'all have come to fruition. I did drop the gem about him dying early. Like this early. Oliver Queen, as we know him from Arrow, is dead officially. He's dead. However, there are various Oliver Queens throughout the multiverse that we will continually see. Get ready for this. You are going to watch Oliver die over and over and over again. So, if you want to say he'll still be around, yes. But will the Oliver Queen we know and love and blah, blah, blah? No, he'll be gone. We have to do this for Oliver. Now, Barry thinks he's supposed to die as well. The problem is, the Monitor keeps telling Barry, the Flash must die. The Flash must die. Barry Allen is not the only Flash. There are other Flashes. John Wesley Shipp is the Flash from the TV show, who will be the Flash in Crisis. Jay Garrick is a Flash, but Barry is not dying, so let's make sure you catch on to that. Shouts out to King Kid 1. The death was weak. It had no effect on me, and I've always been watching since season 2. I'll agree with you. I agree. I think I liked him trying to do the last stand when he realized he was out of arrows, which I was wondering when was that going to come up. Because like at some point you're fighting all these shadow demons and you're just shooting arrows, like you're going to run out. And so to have him drop the bow and take his last run into him and knowing he can't beat him, I get what you're trying to do. I get you're trying to have that heroic element behind it, but it didn't, for me, and again, the watcher King One Kid, for you as well, it didn't have that same effect. And I'm gonna just do this because I know some people are gonna break it down and some people are gonna say it and they're gonna compare it to the sacrifice Tony Stark made in Endgame. And here's why I'm bringing up the two. All right, here is why. Here's me being straight up honest. When you're talking about these crossovers, you're talking about something massive, a massive team up that builds and builds and builds year in and year out with the DC universe. We have that as with Marvel as well, excuse me. And it has been noted that through the crossovers or certain events and certain shows, DC has tried to one-up Marvel. So yes, Marvel had this, I am Iron Man, boom, Tony Stark's dead. They wanted Oliver Queen's sacrifice to be something of an even heroic one where he's down to his last moment and he won't have a chance. And I understand what they were trying to do. Do I think it fully delivered? No. Do I think that there could have been more to it? Yes, but I'm not sure what more could have been done, if that makes sense. Like, I think you could have given us something more. And, of course, you have the moment with the heroes around and crying and Oliver having his last words. Now, that part, more so than anything, is what took me out of it. Now, I did not like the way Stephen Amell delivered that. I understand what he was trying to do, but it just sounded like Oliver Queen being sleepy. Like, Oliver Queen just got woken up from a nap that was real good. Like, that's what it sounded like. It didn't sound like somebody who is literally having his last breath. Like, it sounded like somebody who was just like, I'm really tired, and I just need to go to bed. He sounded like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, where he's like, I'm too over this shit. And then Lethal Weapon 2, Riggs, there's a bomb on my dick. That's kind of how I got it. But also, going back to Barry, again, The Flash, Oliver. Even the Monitor said, Oliver, this is not time. And the Monitor comes to him and says, this is not the way I saw it. And now Pariah says, everything's, this is my penance, and everything has changed. So, yeah, Barry was supposed to die, but again, I think that now probably may open up the door to John Wesley Shipp's Flash or Jay Garrick or whatnot. So, it is going to be unique with that. India Jackson said he is not dead. Oh, he's hella dead. He is hella dead. Trust me. So, I did a Crisis preview, and I don't know if I said it on there or if I just said it on the recent episode of Mad Titan. The episode you just saw of Arrow last week was the last episode. I know they still have one more episode to go when it comes back January 10th. That episode will be the backdoor pilot, if you will, to Star City 2040, 2049, whatever it is, with Green Arrow and the Canaries. That's going to be the pilot for that. Oliver Queen, as we know it again, is dead in this. Now you'll see you're going to see Nazi Oliver again. You're going to see a bunch of different variations of Oliver Queen in a bunch of different Earths, and they're all going to be obliterated. All right? To see Nash now as Pariah, it really opens up some doors as far as what are they going to do with the Flash as Nash. Like, now that's him. Like, now is there no more Wells, Like, do we get another Wells coming in? Because Tom Cavanaugh has been multiple Wells, of course. So does this Wells just stay as that? Does that Wells stay, does a new Wells come in? You have a lot of things that are building. Of course, everybody's waiting on all of the big cameos. Everybody's waiting on the Tom Welling cameo. Everybody's waiting on the Batman, the movie series from Batman Returns and whatnot, and Batman Returns. Everybody's waiting to see Burt Ward. Again, I don't think you're getting all of these in major scenes. I think Bruce will put out the call, Bruce Wayne, as Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne, will put out the call to the multiverse, and you may see people pop up on screens. Or if you don't see them just pop up on screens, you'll see people in cameos as their Earth is being wiped out by the wave of antimatter. So that's what'll happen. I'm going to go in the chat real quick and see some of the things in there. The Monitor said things that have been different, so maybe no Flash has to die. I think a Flash still has to die. I still think a Flash has to die. That would have more effect if it was the last episode before the long break. I kind of agree with that. Renegade Z, yeah, it's true about the article about the Monitor, but the Monitor said things are different now. Sean Slaughter says Marvel did it better with Tony. I agree. They did do the send-off death better. I just do agree. Renegade Z, but that scene from the trailer shows Oliver dying in a different place and doesn't even have blood on his face. Of course, because they put they didn't want you to know. They didn't want you to know that was how Oliver was going to die. This was a thing. I believe it was basically. So I'll go back to the comparisons. Remember with Endgame, we knew either Thor, Captain America, or Iron Man were going to die. We knew one of the three were going to sacrifice himself. We knew somebody was going to die. We just didn't know when. We just didn't know how. It would be probably wait till almost the end of the movie or whatnot. Whereas with this, I believe the writers were like, hey, let's just get it out the way. Everybody knows it's going to happen. Let's not do it on the episode before the break, the Flash's episode. Let's just make it happen, kill him, and then we can have the variations of him throughout the rest of it, but that'll be that. How will Black Lightning come into the crossover? No, I'm just waiting on Black Lightning. Okay, so Black Lightning's mid-season finale is tomorrow, Monday. What's going to happen is somehow a portal may be opened, and that's how we're going to bring in the alternate Jennifer. If you've seen in the trailers, there's another Jennifer, and she's fighting her dad. This is when Black Lightning and Gambi and the Pierce family as a whole learn about the multiverse. But I did an interview with Bill Duke when I got a chance to go to the set of Black Lightning in Atlanta early October. And I asked him, I said, yo, does Agent Odell know about the multiverse? Because you would think someone like that who is, known about the Markovians, metas, and all these different things would even be in with a government agency that is this technologically driven, would know about these things. And he said, plain and simple, yes. So I think now it'll come to where other people know about the multiverse in there. So what that'll do is you'll have the alternate Jennifer, right? Right when his wave is about to hit his Earth for Black Lightning, that's when either Harbinger or the Monitor or Cisco and the Flash grab Black Lightning, bring him to their Earth. and tell him what's going on. Because he'll see his family die in a sense. And so then, that's how that goes. Now, to answer the question of will Thunder and Lightning be in the crossover, they may be saved. I'm not 100% sure. My buddies who work on the show have not told me that. I wish they would have kind of told me. There's not a guarantee. So we'll have to see how it's played out on pretty much Tuesday. Because tomorrow is both Batwoman and Black Lightning. Remember, Batwoman is actually the crossover. Black Lightning is not. Black Lightning himself is in the crossover. The show isn't. So we're going to get that. Then following 2 episodes, Arrow, like I said, will be Star City 2040, 2049. It'll be Green Arrow and the Canaries. It'll be the backdoor pilot for that. And then the Legends of Tomorrow episode will be probably the funeral. Because it'll be the end of Crisis. It'll be the funeral for Oliver. And then setting up the beginning of their new season. So we'll see how all that plays out. I think that's about it. I'm going to go take the questions from the chat right now. So if you're in the chat, you want to drop questions. Somebody says, I doubt Titans will ever... So is Titans parted as universe? So, Titans is in the Berlanti universe. They are a great Berlanti show. This is what I'm told. They are going to be in this crossover, but again, as other cameos are as well. So the Titans will be fighting somebody, as you'll see on a screen, in the Batcave. So that's how they'll be utilized. And maybe even the Doom Patrol as well. So you'll be able to see those. They're there, but they're not there. If that makes sense. Hopefully that explained that. It does seem pretty pointless to bring another Oliver for like 2 minutes and then never see it again. Well, I think here's why. It's somebody being petty. Somebody's being petty. Like since Stephen Amell wanted to leave the show, you know what? Hey, you can go ahead and die all the way through so you never can come back. We're gonna make sure we get rid of every version of you in every Earth, so there is no way you can come back into the Arrowverse at all. King One Kid says, "Why do I feel like the Flash's daughter will come back because she still doesn't have a contract with the CW?" Or DC. As of right now, Jessica Parker Kennedy is not gonna come back. She's not gonna come back as of right now. She's working on a new project as of now, and I did not hear anything about her being a part of the crossover. So she's working on something new. So that's that. What about future Felicities in season finale 7, where she went with the Monitor? So that's how they're going to play this when it comes to the Arrow finale. She's going to be back for that. And I'm assuming before Mia, William, and Connor are sent back to their time, she'll see them there. And then, because Mia will find her with William. Mia will see her with her younger self, and then bring William into it. And then the Monitor will send them back. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen because I don't think you just want to do it where she's just in Star City in the future and that's it. You want to have her, she's been an integral part of the show, have her in that final episode as well. Renegade Z says, if there's a new Oliver for Kid... Whoa, it's a lot of y'all coming in with questions, so I'm going to try to get to everybody's, all right? Please make sure if you're in the chat, drop a question if you got it. Is there a new Oliver? If there's a new Oliver for Crisis, it would be Earth 16 version, the one that Sarah met. Yeah, but that Earth is going to get wiped out as well. That's the thing. All of these Earths that you see will be obliterated. Everything is going to go. The quantum towers are what's supposed to help an Earth, but when they're all brought together, they're going to be what helps the heroes who will eventually help to bring the world back together. And I think it's also going to be significant, the numbers that the Monitor will say for the number of people that have died in certain worlds. Because those numbers will equal up when everything happens, when everything resets, because everything's going to be one Earth. For those who don't know the comic books, if you don't know the story of Crisis in the Comics, when everything is said and done, there is one Earth. All the heroes will be on one Earth. Everything will be that way. And you're probably wondering, like, well, how will people, when they come back, how will they know? And how will they deal with, like, life? They've been gone and they see all these people they don't know. To them, nothing's changed. To them, this is the world that it's always been for them. To them, it's, oh, man, what happened? I felt like I blinked and I blinked again. And, that's it. And that's it. So I think that will play a factor in that too. So how you bring people back. But yeah, as far as Oliver on Earth 16, he's gonna die. Oliver better come back. Unfortunately, like I know a lot of people want him back. Here's the thing. Let's go past the crossover. This was Stephen Amell's choice to leave the show. You don't realize that. He ended Arrow, which sucks. Arrow could have potentially done Smallville or Supernatural numbers as far as seasons. There was no threat, no danger of it being canceled. It might have moved a day, but it was never any danger of ratings falling so low where you're just like, it's going to go bye-bye. It was going to stay where it was. But the fact that he decided to leave, he feels like he wants to do more in his career, which I can't be mad at anybody for that. As a stand-up comedian, as an actor myself, you do want to see what else you can do. I have other personal thoughts. I won't say those. But he can step away. It sucks for all the rest of the cast who were doing a damn good job. My buddy David Ramsey, for Katie Cassidy, for Renee, Dinah, all of them, Rick Gonzalez, Juliana Harkavy, all of them. It was great for them, but yeah, so this is his choice to go. And so it really sucks. But we got to move on in the Arrowverse. And it's still going to be called the Arrowverse, no matter what. They're not going to change the names to the Flashverse, the Batwoman-verse, the Black Lightning-verse, the Legends-verse. It's still going to be Arrowverse. So is every show going to be on Earth 1? Yes. After this, every single show, once everything is done, every single show is on Earth 1. There are no other alternate Earths. Like, that's it. So every show, everybody is based on Earth 1. So you can have more opportunities for crossovers without it looking weird. You can have more interactions, you'll have references to different heroes and stories and news articles and stuff like that. So yes, everybody will be on one single Earth. So Nash released the Anti-Monitor, yeah, because he thought that was just straight Mar-Novu, but it in turn became the Anti-Monitor. So while it was happening, while things were slowly going into play, the Monitor knew that was what was going to happen, that Nash would be the one, because remember, he's the Indiana Jones version, and he's always wanted to search this, and so he thought he was searching the Monitor, found the Anti-Monitor, so yeah. I just feel mad that they killed Oliver like that. I don't blame you. I don't. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. I feel like this death should have been more. I feel like this death should have had an impact where, let's be honest, you cried. No matter who you are. If you were a fan of these shows, you should have cried seeing that death. You shouldn't have looked at that death and be like, really? That's what y'all did? And again, for those who know me, when I bring my criticisms up about anything in these shows, I back it up. I'm not just going to try to shit on it because I don't want to be that dude. But I felt like this one, because this is the character we started with in this universe. This is the guy that started it. And he dies. His death and his subsequent goodbye speech should move you. Yes, we got the heroic moment. Dropping the bow. Running with your fist. Yes, we got that. But it wasn't one of those where you're just like, damn. It didn't hit you in your emotions, if you get what I'm saying. It didn't have you where you're like, yo, it's really over. Like people are saying in the comments, like, yo, I just want to see him again. He ain't dead for real. No, he is. It's just the various Olivers you're going to see are different Earth Olivers. Oliver Queen himself is gone. All right? I just think the actor that plays Wally didn't want to come back. I could have been completely wrong. Oh, so somebody asked about King and Lonsdale. Now, he is supposed to come back in the Legends episode, if I'm not mistaken. I'm about 96, 97% sure, but he's supposed to come back in the Legends episode. So we'll see how that goes. India Jackson, do you like Mia's suit? Like I said it earlier, I don't know if you saw it, India. I'm mad she doesn't have a mask, and she didn't have her hood up like her dad. I understand the hair. I get it. But I think a part of the Green Arrow is having that hood up. Having that hood and that mask. I think that's the one thing for me. I don't know about anybody else. For me, I missed. I needed that hood. I needed that mask. I needed that. You two are the Green Arrows. Father and daughter. You both You said no one else should wear this. Your dad says you earned this. And I think the moment he said that, he should have gave her a mask. Somebody says, how do you know Oliver won't come back? Oh, trust me, I know. You clearly... Oliver's not coming back. There is no coming back for Oliver Queen. Will the heroes remember what happened after Old Earths? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's my belief. And a little bit of confirmation. They're going to be the only ones that remember. The people that come back are just going to be like, yeah, something was weird was happening, that's it. But the heroes will remember every single thing that led up to it. The death of Oliver, the whole antimatter, the shadow demons, all of that. They will remember it all. So it's going to keep the earth moving without it being awkward. But of course, remember, we've always had incidents that have happened with crossovers and whatnot where the heroes are the only ones that are like, yo, so this happened, right? Or like, why don't we talk about it? Things like that. So that's what it's going to be with that. Armani McKinney, Jay Washington's genius. Appreciate it, man. I'm just out here trying to do what I can. Marnavu said he saw a different death for Oliver. Yes, that is true. He did say he saw a different death, but also goes back to what Nash said as Pariah. Because he's changed everything. Everything's changed now with him letting out the anti-monitor. He's changed a lot of things have changed. Barry is never said to Barry Allen must die. Again, I'll go back to that. It's never said Barry Allen must die. It's always said the Flash must die. And because when we hear about it on the Flash, we know who the Flash is. So it's just like the Flash must die. We don't realize, yeah, I know people will say, what about the picture? Of course you're not going to put anybody else's picture up there. Remember, the date of the article changed. The Flash that dies can change. Oliver's type of death can change. And he's gone. Somebody said, kind of hark on the comics. Yeah, I get it. He did not. For me, I would have personally liked to seen father and daughter talk. Father and daughter have the hoods together. It's something about that for me that I think would have been even more iconic. Did the Monitor have the power to prolong Oliver's death? Like, did he ever do anything like that in the comics? I wish I had my buddy Jason Inman with me because I know, or Ashley Victoria Robinson, they would be able to tell me directly. I don't directly know. I have to do some research on it, so please forgive me if I don't know off the top of my head. But again, there's not going to follow the exact story. They're gonna take the majority of it and they're gonna have to tweak it in different ways. So that's why you get. And no problem, Andrew. I saw that. Oh my bad. Am I the only one disappointed that Barry and Oliver never had a moment when talking about Nora and Mia? They actually did. Well, they kind of did because they were in a bar, and it was like a brief little moment. It wasn't a major moment. It was a real small scene they had. Barry's like, yo, I had a kid and blah, blah, blah. Oliver's like, oh, I got my kids. So they had a small moment. It wasn't major. I get where you're coming from. Like, it could have been a bigger moment because to see the dads and the kids. And like I said, I understand Nora's gone technically because they rewrote the timeline. And I talked about this on the episode of the Mad Titan podcast that I just recorded, and I got to get ready to get up out of here. This actually is an alternate timeline in itself. On Earth 1 is an alternate timeline. Why? Remember, we're living post-Flashpoint. We never got back to the original timeline from the Flash. So, there's that. I'll take a few more, I'll take a few... Oh, you're talking about Baby Me. Okay. I'll take a few more questions, and I got to get up out of here. Antimatter was always supposed to be out because then there would be no crisis. Absolutely. I agree with that. Oliver shot the Monitor with that arrow to stop him from stopping him. Yeah, that was what it was. Because the Monitor, he took the Monitor down. Like, he was like, Oliver, it's not time. You know what I'm saying? Oliver's like, no, I'm going to go out like this. That was what he was basically saying. I'm making my way. I'm going out. I'm going to hold a stand so everybody else can go. And so that's why, yes, he shot the Monitor. But this is I just wanted to come on here and have my after show for the Crisis crossovers. I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but I will definitely try to. If I don't have a direct after show, I will have a review up for the Crisis episode of Batwoman as well as the Flash, and then we got to take a 3-4 week break and wait until damn January. Like, what? I guess. But anyway, thank you to everybody who rocked out with me on this. Like I said, when I decided to do this, I knew the possibility of me having a lot of viewers wasn't high. I knew it because I'm just an average black dude who does dope shit, who knows what he's talking about, has fun talking about it, likes to relate to people and all that. I'm not a star. Not yet. So I just wanted to do this for the people and have something out here, you know what I'm saying, so people could rock with. So thank you for everybody that's rocking with me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Make sure you check out the Mad Titan podcast. Get it everywhere you get your podcast. Listen on, y'all. Like I said, to get you caught up on all the stuff happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. It is Barbershop Talk for Nerds, so come on in the convo. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. If I'm not on here live tomorrow, a video will be up tomorrow night, as well as one for the Flash episode, and also my Black Lightning reviews here on the channel. I will holla at y'all later. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.